Hi. These are the sounds of baseball. Sounds we may often take for granted, but they're as much a part of the game as the home run.
I think a favorite sound would be a pop of the mitt.
When I hear, the first ball hit the bat.
But when the ball hits the bat of Curtis Pride, all he hears is this. But while Curtis Pride may be deaf, he never let that stop him. September 17th, 1993. The Montreal Expos are still in the pennant race, and after 8 years in the minor leagues, Curtis Pride gets his first major league hit, an RBI double. What followed was a spontaneous 5-minute standing ovation for the first deaf major leaguer in more than 50 years. This past week, another standing ovation for Curtis Pride. Pride came to St. Louis to speak to the kids at the Mike Bush Fantasy Baseball Camp for the hearing impaired.
My parents are taught me to breathe, and I don't believe that everything's possible.
They need to have a role model to look up to. Did they know if that person can do it? Did they feel that they can do it too?
The camp was started some 9 years ago to give kids who might not otherwise have the opportunity the chance to play baseball. And Curtis Pride spent his day, it seemed, trying to talk to and help each and every one of the 84 kids in attendance.
Don't you have to try to squeeze your horn? Easy. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That'll be better.
It's a very rewarding feeling. Be able to touch these kids' lives because I know what these kids are going through because I've gone through them myself.
When Curtis Pride was growing up, there were no fantasy baseball camps for the hearing impaired. In fact, his parents actually had to threaten a lawsuit to give him the chance to play organized ball. And that's why he's taken it upon himself to try and inspire and encourage these kids. And his message seems to be getting through loud and clear.
I feel like I can do anything, like you have to believe in yourself.
He made it to the major leagues.
Yeah.
Do you want to make it to the major leagues?
So I would like to make it to the major league too.
To see the little faces and to see them look at him and say, this man is not going to let obstacles bother him, and neither am I.
Curtis Pride spent last baseball season with the Atlanta Braves, but after signing with Kansas City in the winter, he injured his wrist in spring training and was released. His rehab, though, is well ahead of schedule, and he hopes to catch on with another major league team shortly after the All-Star break. Actually, the injury may have been a blessing in disguise for two reasons. One, it gave him the opportunity to be in St. Louis for these kids, and two, it gives Curtis the opportunity to prove to people again, you can never count him out. It's not surprising that Curtis Pride has won countless awards, not the least of which is Major League Baseball's Roberto Clemente Award for Outstanding Community Service. And we'll have more on the camp, which was once one of a kind and is now in 12 cities